Hello everyone, my name is Vaibhav and I'm going to be a trainer for this session. Well, in this session, we are going to learn how we can change compiler version in IntellIJ and Eclipse. So I will start from IntellIJ and then after I will tell you how we can change it in Eclipse as well. Okay, so basically I have opened a project here in the IntellIJ right now, and this project is currently configured with Java 11. And if I want to change compiler version for this particular project, so I have to click on File, I have to click on Project Structure. In the project structure, you have project setting and platform setting options. So in the project tab, you will have a SDK dropdown. So in the SDK dropdown, you will see all type of SDKs. So SDK, if it is present, already installed in your project, in your machine, in that case, it will be visible here. If you want to download some specific JDK in your machine, then you can simply click here and download your JDK. And in case if it is not showing up in the IntellIJ available JDKs, and you have somewhere in your machine, so you can just use the add JDK option here. Suppose if I'm clicking on 11 here, so my machine, my project will be directly configured to Java 11. Let me click on apply. So now my project is configured with Java 11. So I have opened Eclipse in my machine, and in my project, as you can see, current JRE system library configured to Java SE 11, which is Java 11, which I have configured as of now. So guys, here we have to memorize two things. First is Eclipse has its own compilers. So in order to compile your code, Eclipse doesn't use any install compilers as it has its own compilers. You can simply right click on the project and you can go to properties. And in the Java compiler option, as you can see, this is the Java compiler tab. Here you can see all the compilers which is present in your machine, basically in your Eclipse. Apart from this, in order to execute your code, Eclipse uses JRE from your machine. So Eclipse do not have its own JRE. Okay. So whatever JRE you guys have configured in your machine as a Java home, that will be visible here. Okay. Or else if you want to customize it, if you want to, add it from your system path, we can do that. I will show you that as well. Okay. So first thing first, let's first change the compiler of the project. It's very simple, guys. Just right click on the project, go to properties. Inside the properties, you're gonna see Java compilers. Inside the compilers, most of you have, well, this particular checkbox is checked. You can click on it and then this box will be enabled for you. And then after you can select your own compiler. Okay. So as in my machine, Java 11 is installed. So I have selected 11 only. But if I'm going to change this compiler, then you will see there is a warning here. What is the warning? That when selecting 13 compliances, so obviously 13 is present in your Eclipse as a compiler, but your JRE is still 11 in your machine. Okay, so you have to go and configure from the install JRE, or I will show you that as well. Okay, so suppose if I'm just selecting here Java 13 or 14 or Java 8, so I can do that. And I'm just going to click on apply and close. So right now the compiler which set for my project is Java 1.8. Okay, but still the JRE version is 11. Okay, because JRE Eclipse is using JRE which is installed in your machine. Okay, how we can change that? It's again very simple. You have to right click on the project. You have to go to build path. You have to go to configure build path. In the configure build path, in the library section, you will see that JRE is configured here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this JRE. I have removed it. Now I have to add my own system library JRE. So I'm clicking on add libraries. I'm clicking on JRE system library. I'm clicking on next, and I'm going to click on install JRE. So here, suppose if I'm having some other JDK or JRE installed in my machine, I can click on add. I'll click on next. I will click on directory. And suppose 1.8 or 1.7 is somewhere installed in my program file. So I'm going to open C drive. I'm going to open program files. I'm going to open Java section. And here, suppose if I'm going to use JRE 1.8 or 2, so I'm going to select that. We can select JDK as well. That's not an issue. So I'm just selecting here JRE. And then this JRE is configured in my project. As of now, it will be added to the list. Now I have to select from here. I have to click on this checkbox. I have to click on apply and close. I have to click on finish. And now JRE 1.8 is configured in my machine. So now, as you can see, the compiler version is configured as 1.8 and JRE also configured as 1.8. So this is the perfect configuration for a project as part of 1.8. If you want to do it for 11, 17, 21, whatever Java version you're looking for, you can simply configure it like this. As my Eclipse is an older version, so I can see only till 14th version it is visible as a compiler. But if you will install the latest Eclipse, then you will get compiler versions till 21. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can just write me down in the comments.